Hi everyone. Today I'll discuss the structure of flower. See here, this is the diagram of the flower which contains this outermost part. It is known as the sepal, and this colorful region it is known as the petal, and this is the male reproductive structures which is known as the anther, and this is the female reproductive structure which is called as the pistil, which contains outermost apical part, that is the stigma, then style and the ovary. And here the pedicel, here the stalk of the flower is known as the pedicel, and here this part, this swollen part of the ovary, it is known as the receptacle, thalamus or torus. Let us discuss all these parts in detail. First, how can we define the flower? A flower, it is a modified or the condensed shoot which is useful for the reproduction in angiosperms. So this structure, actually it is the condensed shoot which helps in the reproduction, especially in angiosperms. So here the famous scientists like Linnaeus, Gaspard Bohe, Goethe, de Candolle, these scientists, they described flower as a modified stem. Okay, now let us see all these parts in detail. First we'll go for the thalamus, this swollen part of the which is found below the ovary and above the pedicel. So this thalamus receptacle, or you may call it as the torus, it is present in between the pedicel and the ovary. The swollen structure of the pedicel is known as the thalamus. It is the apical part of the pedicel. So it contains nodes and the contains internodes. Okay. So here from the nodes, modified leaves called the floral leaves are developed. These floral leaves are arranged in the form of whorls at the nodes. Then in a typical flower, there are four sets of the floral leaves. What these are? First one is known as the calyx. See here, this green color structure, it is known as the calyx. Okay, it is also known as the sepals. Then the next structure is known as the corolla, which is the here colorful part of the flower. Okay, this is known as the corolla, or you may call it as the petals also. Next, third one, third structure is known as the androecium. Androecium is the male reproductive structure. See here, this part is known as the androecium. Then gynoecium or pistil, it is nothing but the female reproductive system. Okay, stigma, style and ovary, all it consists the pistil. So this is the main four sets of the floral leaves which is present in the flower. Then coming to the perianth. What is perianth here? Here perianth is nothing but calyx and corolla. They together called as the perianth. See here, this is the calyx or sepals, and this is the colorful part of the flower. It is known as the petals. So calyx and corolla both together called as the perianth. Okay. So here calyx and corolla are called as the non-essential organs of the flower. Why these are called as the non-essential parts of the flower? Because it will not directly take part in the reproduction. Okay. So here what is the main function? The function of the calyx is to give protection. Okay. It gives protection to flower in the bud condition, whereas corolla, it is colorful and attractive in nature. So it attracts insects for the cross pollination. So these two parts are not directly taking part in reproduction, so we call it as the non-essential organs. Okay, then androecium and gynoecium are the essential organs of the flower. Okay, see here, this is the anthers. Okay, now androecium, which is the part of the androecium, and the pistil or gynoecium, it is the part of female reproductive system. So androecium is the male reproductive structure and the gynoecium is the female reproductive structures. So these two are known as the essential parts and they directly take part in the reproduction. Okay, next let us see how the various parts are there in the flower. See here, anterior side, this part, okay, the bracts side of the flower. See here, at the axil of the pedicel there is this part, okay, the bracts site of the flower. This is the bract, which is the small outgrowth which is found at the axil of the flower. So this side of the flower is known as the anterior part, whereas this is known as the mother axis. Okay, now this stem, this length of this stem, it is known as the mother axis. So the mother axis side, this side of the flower, this side of the flower is known as the posterior side, and the side which is found towards the bract side, it is known as the anterior side. Okay, now let us see what is bract. See here, this is the small outgrowth which is found at the axil of the pedicel. Pedicel means that is nothing but the stalk of the flower. Stalk of the flower is known as the pedicel. Okay, coming to the bract. Here how it is flower develop in the axils of the specialized leaves. These are known as the bracts. Okay, these are the specialized leaves in which axils the flowers will develop. Okay, so what is bracteate? Flowers which contains bract, those flowers are known as the bracteate flowers. Okay, then coming to the next term, that is the ebracteate, flowers without bracts. Okay, some flowers may contain bracts and some may not contain the bracts. So here flowers which do not contain bracts are known as the ebracteate. Then pedicel. What is pedicel here? Pedicel is nothing but it is a stalk. Okay, here it is the connective which joins flower to the stem. This connective is known as the pedicel. Okay, here stalk of the flower is known as the pedicel. Okay, then what is pedicellate condition? If flower with pedicel. Okay, if pedicellate. Here, the flowers which contain pedicels are known as the pedicellate flowers. Okay, sessile. What is the condition sessile? Flower without pedicels. See here, in this flower, pedicel is there. So, we are calling this as the pedicellate. Okay, but some flowers are directly attached to the stem without any pedicel. So, these types of flowers are known as the sessile flowers. Okay, then bracteolate. What is bracteole here? Flowers with bracteoles. Okay, here these are the small appendages which are found are known as the bracteoles. Okay, so the flowers which contain bracteoles are known as the bracteolate. And what is ebracteolate conditions? Flower without bracteoles are known as the ebracteolate condition. Okay, then the next term is the complete flower. What do you mean by complete flower? Flower with all four floral parts like calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. See here in this flower what we are seeing. This is the calyx, okay now, sepals. This is the corolla or the petals. These are the androecium and the gynoecium. This flower is containing all the four floral parts. Okay, so this flower is considered as the complete flower. Okay, then incomplete flower. What is incomplete flower? Flower in which any of the part is absent. See here, if in these four parts, if any one of the part is absent, then we call it as the incomplete flower. Okay, then coming to the sexuality of flower. Okay, first is the bisexual flower. What is bisexual flower? Flower with both androecium and gynoecium. Okay, if the flower is containing both male as well as the female reproductive structure, then we term it as the bisexual flower. See here, for example, in this flower, this is the androecium or the male reproductive structure, and this is the pistil or the gynoecium, which is known as the female reproductive structure. So both male and female reproductive system is found in the same flower. So this flower is known as the bisexual flower. Okay, then coming to the unisexual flower. What is unisexual flower? Flower with either androecium or gynoecium. Okay, in these types of flower, some flowers contain only androecium, anthers. Okay, stamens are there. So that flower is known as the male flower, and in some flowers only gynoecium or pistil is there. So those types of flowers are known as the female flowers. Okay. See here, male flower. Okay, male flower, or you may call it as the staminate flower. Okay, this is the unisexual, means containing only one sexual organ. Okay, unisexual flower only with the androecium, means it contain only anthers. Okay, then female flower or the pistillate flower. Here the unisexual flower with gynoecium. It is nothing but the female reproductive structure is only found in that flower. It is known as the female flower. Then sex distribution of plants. This is of three types. What that is? Monoecious plant, dioecious plant. Okay, what it is, and the polygamous plant. Let us see one by one what it is. Okay, monoecious plant. Here plant with male and female flower. Okay, plant, it is containing male and female flower, so we call it as the monoecious plant. Example for that is the Cocos nocifera and the Acalifa. So it is having both male and female flowers in the same plant. Okay, coming to the dioecious plant. Here the plant, it contains either male flower, either female flowers. Okay, male flowers are different and the female flowers are different. So it contains male flowers will grow only on the male plant. Okay, male plant, it is the dioecious plant with only male flowers. It means that it contain only anthers. Okay, then coming to the female plants, it is the dioecious plant with the female flowers, means only gynoecium is found in these types of flowers. Okay, example for this is the borassus and vallisneria. These are the two examples in which we found male and female plants differently. Okay, then polygamous plant. What is polygamous plant? Here plants with unisexual male and female flowers with bisexual flowers. See here, it is having normal male flowers are there. Okay, and some are having only female flowers, and some flowers are containing both male and female reproductive structure. So it is containing three types of, okay, one is male flowers, another is female flowers, and the third type is the bisexual flowers. So these types of plants are known as the polygamous plants. Example for this is the mangifera, that is mango, and polygonum. Okay, this is about the sex distribution in plants. Let us come to the symmetry of flower. What is symmetry here? Here, based on the arrangement of floral parts on thalamus, three types of symmetry is found. Means how the floral parts are arranged. Okay, first one is known as the spiral or the acyclic. Here, what do you mean by spiral? See here, like this. Okay, now in this minor spiral. Okay, all floral parts are arranged spirally on thalamus. Okay, here in this manner the floral parts are arranged. The calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium are arranged in the spirally or acyclic. This type of arrangement is seen in the magnolia flowers. Okay, this is the spiral or the acyclic flowers. Okay, then the next one is the cyclic. Here the floral parts are arranged in the concentric rings. See here, there is the rings. This is the outermost ring, which we call it as the calyx. The next one is known as the corolla. Okay, the third one is known as the androecium, and last and innermost is known as the gynoecium. So in this pattern the floral parts are arranged, so we call it as the cyclic flowers, which is seen in the hibiscus and datura. Okay, then coming to the hemicyclic flowers. What is hemicyclic? Here the perianth lobes are arranged in the whorls. Okay, here what is perianth? And calyx and corolla are known as the perianth. So these are arranged in whorls. What do you mean by whorls? means in the form of the rings, concentric rings. See here, this is the one ring of calyx and another ring for the corolla. So both these are arranged in this way, in the form of whorls, whereas the stamens and carpels, okay, these are arranged in this way, okay. Now in this way the spirally they are arranged, that is the stamens and carpels. So here only two parts, two, what do you call, only calyx and corolla are arranged in the cyclic manner. Remaining these two stamens and carpels are arranged in the spiral, okay. So these are not completely cyclic type of arrangement, so we call it as the hemicyclic, okay. Example for this is the polyalthia and annona, okay. Next one is the merosity. What is merosity here? Merosity is referred to as the number of component parts in a distinct whole of a plant. Means here how many number or the components of parts are there in the a whole of the plant. Okay. It basically denotes the number of sepals in a whole of the calyx or the number of petals in the whole of corolla. See here we are saying the calyx, but here how many sepals, how many number of sepals are there? Sometimes there is 4 sepals, sometimes 5 sepals. Same for the petals or corolla also, it contains sometimes 3 petals, sometimes 4 and sometimes 5 petals. So here how the arrangement of these calyx and corolla, that is known as the merosity, okay. First coming to the trimerous flowers, okay. Here what is trimerous? In trimerous flowers, floral parts are arranged in 3 or multiples of 3, okay. Means it contains either 3 or multiples of 3, means 3 or 6, okay, or 9, in this way. So this type of arrangement is seen in the allium, okay, that is the onion. Then tetramerous, okay. What is tetramerous? Tetra means 4, okay. The floral parts are arranged in the 4 or even multiples of 4, okay. Example for this is the brassica. Then pentamerous, penta means 5, okay. So here the floral parts are arranged in the 5 or multiples of 5, which is seen in the hibiscus. So here dimerous and trimerous condition of the flowers are found in the monocots, whereas tetramerous and pentamerous flowers are seen in the dicots, okay. So tetramerous and pentamerous flowers in dicots and dimerous and trimerous flowers are found in the monocots. So this is the merosity. Now let us go for the structural symmetry, okay. See here, on the basis of the structural symmetry, the flowers are divided into 3 types, okay. First one known as the actinomorphic. See here, this is the flower, okay. Here it can be cut vertically into 2 equal halves in any plane. See here, from here we can cut this into the equal half. From here we can cut this into the equal half. So here we can cut this vertically into 2 equal halves from any plane. So these type of flowers is known as the actinomorphic flowers, okay. So here it is exhibiting radial symmetry, okay. And these types of flowers are known as the regular flowers, in which the floral parts are equal in shape and size. See here, all these flower parts are equal in shape and size, so by which we can cut this into the equal halves. These types of actinomorphic symmetry is found in the hibiscus and datura, okay. Then zygomorphic flowers. What is zygomorphic flowers? It can be cut vertically into 2 equal halves in only one plane. See here, if we cut this flower in from this side, then only we'll get the 2 equal halves, okay. If we try to cut from this end or from this side, we cannot get 2 equal parts. So here one condition is there that it can be cut vertically into 2 equal halves in the only one plane, okay. So these type of flowers are known as the zygomorphic flowers, okay. And it is showing bilateral symmetry. Whereas in actinomorphic flowers, what we have seen? We have seen radial symmetry, whereas in zygomorphic flower, we are seeing the bilateral symmetry. Okay, and here floral parts are unequal in shape and size. See here, these are not equal. See here, this petal is large, this is small, and this is somewhat medium. So the arrangement of the floral parts is not equal in shape and size. Example for the zygomorphic flower is the tephrosia. Okay, the next one is the asymmetric flower. See here, this is the asymmetric flower that cannot be divided into the two equal halves in any vertical plane. So here, if we observe this flower, we cannot cut this flower into two equal halves from any of the plane. Okay, so this type of flower is known as the asymmetric flower, which we can see in the Canna indica. So this is totally showing asymmetric structure. We cannot cut this flower into two equal halves from any of the plane. So this type of flower is known as the asymmetric flower. Okay, so this is the symmetry of the flower. That based on that there are the three types of flowers: actinomorphic flowers, zygomorphic flowers, and asymmetric flowers. Okay, then position of gynoecium. Okay, here on the based on the position of gynoecium on the thalamus, again flowers are three types. Okay, hypogynous flowers, perigynous flowers, and epigynous flowers. Okay, let us see one by one what these are and how the arrangement is. First we'll see the hypogynous flowers. See here, hypogynous flower, the flower with convex or conical thalamus. See here, it is the convex or it may contain the conical thalamus having gynoecium at the top. See here, you are seeing here the gynoecium is the topmost part, topmost side of the thalamus. Okay, remaining parts like calyx, okay, corolla and andrecium, they lie base of the gynoecium. Okay, here the gynoecium is located at the topmost. Okay, topmost is located at the top of the thalamus. Remaining parts are found at the base of the gynoecium. So this type of ovary is known as the superior ovary because gynoecium is located at the top of the thalamus. This type of ovary is known as the superior ovary. Example is seen in the hibiscus and datura. And these types of flowers in which gynoecium is situated at the top of the thalamus and remaining all the parts, okay, calyx, corolla, andrecium, these are lie below the, okay, or the base of the ovary is known as the hypogynous flowers. Okay, then the next one is known as the perigynous flowers. Okay, see here, what is perigynous flower? The flower with concave or flattened thalamus. See here, the thalamus is concave or the flattened and having gynoecium at the center. See here, this is the gynoecium which is located at the center and all the parts are located at the periphery of the thalamus. Means here periphery means at the on the edges. Okay, and thalamus on the thalamus almost on the same level. See here, the gynoecium is located here on the same level. Calyx is there, corolla is there, and the anthers are situated. So all these are located on the same position or the same level. So this type of ovary is known as the half inferior because this is not found at the top. Okay, so these are found at the almost equal level or to the all parts. So this is type of the half inferior ovary. Example for this is the tephrosia. So in this gynoecium is at the center and all the parts are located at the periphery and thalamus almost the same level. So these type of flowers are known as the perigynous flowers. Okay, then epigynous flowers. What is epigynous flowers? Here, say this. Here, the cup-shaped thalamus is fused with ovary wall. See here, this is the cup-shaped thalamus. Okay, which is fused with the ovary wall, and the all floral parts are located above the ovary. See here, the calyx is above the ovary, and corolla is above the ovary, and anthers is above the ovary, and here ovary is below. Okay, so this type of ovary is known as the inferior ovary, and these types of flowers in which this type of ovary we found is termed as the epigynous flowers. Okay, the example for this is the tridax. Okay, in epigynous flowers, ovary is located at the lower part. All the other floral parts are located above the ovary, and in this the gynoecium is inferior. Example for this